Цель одна.
Осуществить демилитаризацию и денацификацию Украины.
Защита людей, которые на протяжении 8 лет подвергаются издевательствам, геноциду со стороны киевского режима.
Мы защищаем свои границы.
И создание условий, которые гарантировали безопасность самой России. Вот и все.
Мы никому и ничего не собираемся навязывать силой.
A year has passed since the beginning of the full-scale invasion that Russia has launched against Ukraine. During this year, the Russian leadership kept changing the goals of the so-called three-day special operation, although some of them remain unchanged. Let's take a closer look at the main objectives and summarize the results of the Russian invasion. Denazification. Russia is simply using the made-up myth that Nazism is a popular idea in Ukraine to cover up its aggression. The Russian Federation wanted to divide Ukrainians and force them to become loyal to Russia, but the exact opposite happened. Russian-speaking Ukrainians began to switch to Ukrainian en masse, and the entire population rallied around the idea of its struggle for liberation. It was Putin's belligerent actions that showed the whole world that Ukrainians are a united nation and have something worth fighting for. Demilitarization. Putin's other goal was to fully disarm Ukraine, which allegedly wanted to attack Russia itself. But the Russians failed here too, because according to the Kiel Institute's estimates, as of November 2022, Ukraine received military aid for its defense amounting to over 38 billion euros. If anyone is getting demilitarized, it's Russia, which according to the Oryx project, has already lost more than 9,000 combat vehicles, and about 2,700 of them were captured by Ukraine. The number of Russian casualties exceed 100,000. Protection of the people of the Donbass. The very fact that Russia has created a conflict zone on the territory of the Donetsk and Luhansk regions contradicts their supposed desire to protect the local population. But even if we put this aside, the Russian invasion has caused more damage to the Donbass than the 8 previous years of war. For example, in 2021, 15 civilians were killed in the region. After the start of the full-scale war, the death toll has climbed to tens of thousands. No one has caused as much damage to the residents of the Donbass as Russia has. Clearly, the so-called special military operation is nothing more than a war against Ukrainians, which has nothing to do with the stated goals. This senseless aggression has only one objective: to capture more territories while completely disrespecting international law. And we can only stop it if we stand united.